Hello Cobra Kai fans, today we're going to be discussing the Cobra Kai Season 4 ending and basically explaining what this means for Cobra Kai Season 5 and the future with other things we already know. Just a spoiler warning, if you haven't seen Season 4, click off this video and come back once you have seen the full season because we will be talking heavily about spoilers. So the All Valley tournament was split into two brackets, and in the boys division, Eli and Robby fought each other, and a bit of hesitation by Robby meant he lost the All Valley final. It was pretty insane because I honestly thought Robby was going to win it. It really felt like this was his season, and the fact that Eli won it was just showing his redemption as coming back to Eli with the confidence of Hawk. It was such an intense final and probably one of the best, and it meant that Miyagi-Do were winning the tournament. Although Cobra Kai only needed one win, and in the girls bracket, Tori ended up beating Sam, and this meant that Cobra Kai won the entire tournament fully as the grand champion. Tori was crowned the winner, and it was such a close fight, but it looked like she was always going to win, as I always thought Cobra Kai were going to win. But the big twist that I thought I saw coming was that Silver bribed the referee in the final, which really means that Tori doesn't feel like she won fair and square. She's finally being redeemed in the way she fights, and she was quite honorable in this victory and even went up to Sam and see if she was okay. The fact that Silver has made sure they won't lose also means he wanted to secure that he could expand the dojos all over the valley, but also he didn't want to lose again. He's been wanting to do this ever since the Karate Kid 3, but since Kreese has come back into his life, that side of Silver has now come back. Johnny visits the Cobra Kai dojo in search for probably seeing Robby, and he ends up entering the dojo just moments later. He seems to have a big moment with Johnny, and they finally seem to hash this out, as Robby thought Cobra Kai was the way to use that anger that he had and channel it in a healthy way, but unfortunately it wasn't what he thought, and he just wanted to have his relationship with his father back, which is definitely one of the most emotional scenes in the series entirely. With the route they're going with Robby, it looks like he's not going to be defined by trophies, but more so how much of a good person he is, because he still cares. After the victory of Cobra Kai, Silver and Kreese celebrate, but it turns out that Silver had been planning something the whole time ever since that episode with Stingray. Now he has basically been wanting to get Cobra Kai for his own control and realizes that Kreese was his weakness. So in an extreme situation with extreme measures, he used Stingray and beat him up to a pulp, sent him in the hospital and blamed Kreese for his assault, even though it was Silver. And he used this so he can basically take full control of Cobra Kai. He even said he was going to call in a few friends to help him. This might have been a direct reference to Barnes and even new characters we've never seen before. We know that he doesn't want Kreese in control because he wants Cobra Kai for himself, and this is now an empire of his. Now this means Kreese will go to prison, but we don't know exactly what's going to happen to him. Silver might have people on the inside that might make his life like hell, but more so Kreese might actually be given a chance if he does end up teaming up with Johnny and Daniel to stop Silver. He might come to a conclusion that he wanted Cobra Kai for himself, but if it's in Silver's control, it's never going to be what he thought it was going to be. After the events of the All Valley, where Miguel went out in the semis and decided not to continue the fight, he decided that he needed to go to his roots and find out more about his father. He wanted to do what Johnny never feared. He wanted to do what Johnny always feared to do, was to find the truth about his own father. Miguel was inspired to do this because he feels that this is more important than ever. He needs to discover himself, but the twist is, Carmen said that his own father doesn't even know he exists. We know that he's a bad man, and Johnny is definitely going to have a lot of baggage as he has to find Miguel. This also means he will have to go all the way to Mexico City, and if he isn't alone, he will be accompanied by Robby, as seen in this set photo recently for season 5. Now, I don't know why they're wearing FBI shirts. We still don't know the full context. Robby will come to help him and not want to stay in the valley, and this could definitely strengthen their bond as well. Daniel LaRusso speaks to Miyagi's headstone and says about how he didn't actually end up doing the right thing, although he thought he was, and he calls for help. And this is an amazing moment because Chosen officially returns in season 4, but he is also going to have a big role in season 5. Back in season 3, Daniel said he wished all rivalries could end like this, and Chosen was always curious as to what Daniel meant by this.
If only every rivalry can end like this.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
I believe this is one of the reasons why Chosen came. He wanted to help Daniel with this situation, and of course he is someone that can definitely help. They're gonna try and stop Cobra Kai, but remember, Cobra Kai ended up winning the tournament, meaning that Johnny and Daniel cannot continue with their dojos. But this doesn't mean they can't stop Cobra Kai and foil their plans as they attempt to stop them from expanding. Now the good guys are gonna need all the help they can get, but recently season 5 just wrapped up on set in Puerto Rico. William Zabka, Xolo, Tanner and many other cast members were seen there. It also seems like Robby, Miguel and Johnny are going to have a lot of scenes together as they were seen on set, and I think this is where they go to Mexico City and we'll finally see who Miguel's father is. It looks like Miguel's father is going to play a big part in season 5, as the whole reason Miguel was going to Mexico is just to find the truth with his dad and find out about him. But of course he's walking into a trap, as Carmen said he doesn't know, so the fact that Miguel is going to Mexico to find his own father means he's going to get himself into trouble. So there's a lot going on going into season 5, things are expanding, they're getting bigger, so make sure to stay tuned because there'll be loads of theories and more news coming in the future as we get teasers and trailers rolling out. There's definitely a lot to discuss about season 5, so we will definitely get to that eventually over the next few weeks, as season 5 is now going to be in our thoughts. Season 4 was so much of a great season, and I honestly can't wait to see how season 5 unravels. Definitely smash that like button, comment your thoughts and subscribe right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.